Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Last time we left off after kind of debriefing with everybody aboard the Normandy after our first story mission in a hot minute, rescuing Liara on Therum. Now we're back at the Citadel because there's a lot of new dialogue to be had here, several new assignments to be picked up and completed since we have advanced the story that little bit. One note, I'll go to it in my journal. We completed Asari diplomacy, kind of the end first, so to speak, when we found the planet that the assignment would send us to, and we already fought the encounter that we would get directed to. Had we not done that, this is the point where, what's her name, Nasana, yes, Nasana, would have contacted us and asked us to go to that system and deal with her sister. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't change the award at all. Everything's good. We didn't miss anything except a little bit of intro dialogue, but this is where that would happen. Now, another thing that's going to happen is the moment we actually leave the Normandy, we're going to get sucked into an assignment with a fellow named Rear Admiral Mikhailovich, a surprise inspection, where we stand to get either Paragon or Renegade points and some experience. Because that's all dialogue based, I'm just going to use every Intimidate option I can to max out my Renegade points and my experience. So let's roll into that assignment straight away. There he is, Rear Admiral Mikhailovich.
10
At ease. Rear Admiral Mikhailovich, 5th Fleet.
What do you want?
Admiral, I'm on urgent business with the Citadel. Is there something you need?
Let's get one thing clear, Shepard. You might be a specter to the aliens, but to me, you're just another junior officer. Be respectful. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I don't like it either.
I wasn't keen on it either, but there are advantages to being above the law.
Don't let the title go to your head. No one's above the law. I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
Don't insult my ship.
This ship saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
Please do.
We'd be honored to show her to you,
I'll
Admiral.
just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I bet.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
We're trained for it.
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat, and I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things bass-ackwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Do you read history?
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's two ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
That's my choice to make.
I'm Normandy's commanding officer. The regs state I have the authority to say who does and doesn't come aboard. If you disagree, send a complaint up the chain of command.
Sophistry, Commander. You know I'm right. You want them on board that bad? Fine. Don't quote regs at me. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
We need to kick ass.
We showed the Council something they hadn't thought of with our fighter carriers. You may disapprove of Normandy, but she's just another way we're outthinking them.
That assumes Normandy's technologies can become practical in the future. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
There we go. 1,600, 2 Renegade points, Codex entries, and a level up. Well, goodness, okay. First things first, let's look at our Codex. Ships and vehicles. Starships, carriers. All races provide their fleets with organic fighter support. Cruisers fit a handful in the space between the interior pressure hulls and exterior armor. Dreadnoughts have a hangar deck within the hull. Humans, who had only recently graduated from surface-to-space combat, were the first to build ships wielding fighters as the main armament. In fleet combat, carriers stay clear of battle, launching fighters bearing disruptor torpedoes. Fighters are the primary striking power of the ship. If a carrier enters mass accelerator range of the enemy, things have gone very wrong. It is possible to recover and rearm fighters during combat, though most carriers seal the flight deck and try to stay out of the way. The flight deck is essentially a corridor through the armor and into the heart of the vessel. A single well-placed torpedo is enough to gut a carrier. Alliance carriers are named after great leaders, artists, and intellectuals from human history. Okay. Anything else? No, I think we're good. Nice. Alright. Let's level up. Shepard got some Renegade, but we still can't do any more in Intimidate. Personally, I'm happy about that. It means I can grab Adrenaline Burst Specialization out of Shock Trooper. Reduces the recharge time on Adrenaline Burst by 25%, increases health by 28%, increases damage protection by 16%. Makes Adrenaline Burst Specialization. Makes Adrenaline Burst available for use more often. Pretty good. Alright, Caden. Let's keep leveling up Barrier. Increases barrier duration to 18 seconds and shielding to 760. And Garrus. Let's keep working on first aid for now. Restores 100 health for all wounded party members. Advanced first aid. Recharge time 20 seconds. Accuracy cost 30%. Metagel cost 1 unit. Advanced first aid. Increases the amount of health restored by first aid. Now, Rear Admiral doesn't appear in the journal, but that's done. It's good. Let's keep going.
Exogeny Corp recently released an official statement regarding their missing survey team in the Hades Gamma Cluster. According to the statement, the remains of the survey team were discovered not far from their abandoned research camp. There were no survivors. It is believed the researchers were the victims of a random attack by raiders or mercenaries. Names will be released after next of kin are notified.
Our next assignment happens right here. Khalisa al-Jilani.
Commander Shepard? Khalisa been seen in Al-Jilani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Let me see. The Fourth Estate. Alright, let's see. Go away.
I'm not in the mood, Miss Al-Jilani.
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
Trying to see. I say get stuffed.
I don't have time to justify myself to your viewers. I have a galaxy to save. Excuse me.
Okay, that skips the assignment.
Your choice, Shepard.
Yeah, no, we should reload and do it.
Commander Shepard?
Because we can earn some Renegade points that way.
Khalisa been seen in Al-Jilani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Go away.
I'm not in the mood, Miss Al-Jilani.
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
Some topics are classified.
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
It's overdue.
We all know it should have happened years ago. I hope the Council realizes that we won't sit at the kids' table forever.
Some believe that without firm action on our part, the Council will continue to treat us like poor relations. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
They know better.
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
A great human innovation.
The Normandy is a triumph of human engineering. Like our development of fighter carriers, it shows other races that we're able to think outside the box.
That's gratifying. Many defeatist officers claim that the Alliance can't compete with the naval power of, say, the Turians. Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I command the Normandy.
Miss Al-Jalani, I wear the Alliance uniform. And if you think anyone other than me says where the Normandy can go, you're sadly mistaken.
No offense intended, Commander. I'm sure you have to follow the orders of your superiors. Of course, now your superiors are aliens. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Need to look at this one. Okay. He was behind Eden Prime.
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I can't tell if we got anything there or not. But the Fourth Estate. You agreed to be interviewed by a reporter. Hopefully you came off well. Complete. Well, there we go. That'll do her. Next is an assignment called Family Matter, which we can pick up out at the Presidium. The financial district in particular. So let's head there next. See, these are the people. Either way, we can make one aesthetic choice, and then we can either go for Paragon or Renegade points, and we get the experience and Codex entry no matter what.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake. I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Leave her alone.
Is this man harassing you, man?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Why?
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
Oh, she's a fucking anti-vaxxer. That's what this is. Investigate. Chance of disease.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
Danger of therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
Yeah, she's a fucking anti-vaxxer. I'm siding with the guy. Get the treatment.
For what it's worth, I think you should consider undergoing the therapy.
I don't care what you think. Who are you anyway? It's my child. It's my decision.
Think of the child.
You've already lost your husband. Are you gonna let your grief endanger the baby too?
I had to watch Jacob die. I can't risk causing the death of my child as well.
Then do the safe thing.
Your husband's death wasn't your fault. But if you refuse the therapy, your child's death could be.
Don't you understand? I can't lose this baby. This is all I have left of him.
And you and that baby are all I have left of Jacob. I can't lose you. Either of you. Not after this.
Then why didn't you just say that instead of yelling at me?
I was scared. I'm sorry.
If it means that much to you, if you trust that it's the right thing, I'll do the therapy. Thank you so much. I guess we needed an outside person to talk some sense into both of us.
There we go. 9 renegade points. Codex and journal. Alright. Let's start with the journal. Citadel. Family matter. You convinced Rebecca to get the gene therapy that will ensure her child a life free from heart disease. She and Michael reconciled their differences. Nice. Now let's look at the codex. Genetic engineering. This is the new one. In the 22nd century, manipulation of the human genome became commonplace. Techniques of genetic engineering advanced to the point where the rich could custom-build fetuses that grew into stronger, smarter, and more attractive adults. In more permissive regions, custom-designed life forms and uplifted animals occupied an ill-defined niche between property and sapient being. Travel to planets with unique forms of life brought an awareness that Earth's unique biodiversity could be lost if spliced and hybridized to gain useful alien qualities. The Sudham-Wolcott Genetic Heritage Act was passed by the Systems Alliance Parliament in 2161. It imposed sharp restrictions on controversial uses of genetic engineering, but provided government subsidies for beneficial applications. Screening and therapy. Most governments provide free assessments and corrective therapy for genetic diseases in prospective parents. This has nearly eliminated everything from cystic fibrosis to nearsightedness. The earlier screening and therapy is performed, the more comprehensive the results. Though ideally performed on artificially fertilized zygotes in a lab, procedures are available for embryos in the womb and newborns out of respect for personal beliefs. Enhancement. Improvement of natural human abilities is legal, but adding new abilities is not. Treatments to improve strength, reflexes, mental acuity, or appearance are permitted. Adding a tail or the ability to digest cellulose is not. Some genetic enhancement is provided for free to Alliance military recruits, but the average citizen must pay for the privilege. The process can take years to reach fruition in an adult. Engineering. Artificial hybridization of genes from compatible non-human species with human genetic code is illegal. Creation of designed life is broadly legal and mainly used for terraforming and medical applications, but sentient creatures are heavily regulated, and creation of sapient life is outlawed by both the Systems Alliance and the Citadel Council. Let me see now. I'm looking at the next assignment, sorry. Okay, cool. Next, we need to head to the Citadel Tower. I'm slightly worried about this one, but I think we did manage to complete Reporter's request, so we should be able to get Emily Wong's second assignment, planting a bug. And the better reward actually comes from not doing it, and just lying our asses off right to her face. So let's do that. There she is. Good.
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
What kind of help?
What do you want me to do?
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
Investigate. Results of story.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
Function of bug.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
Importance of story.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
Danger of bug.
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I'll try.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Alright, journal. Citadel, planting a bug. Listening device. Emily Wong has approached you again and asked you to help her with her next investigation by planting a bug at the Citadel Traffic Control Station. Now, the interesting thing is, I'm trying to... Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. You can go plant it, and you can get a reward for doing so, but it's actually far more rewarding to immediately talk to her again and just lie. That gets us renegade points, plus the same amount of experience and credits as if we actually did the job. Alright. Give me 1 second. I need to just run upstairs and open the garage. Sorry about that. Hopefully that wasn't... I think that was about 10 seconds. I don't want to have to worry about editing things out or anything like that. So, let's go ahead. Plant the bugs. Go to Citadel Security and plant a bug in the Citadel Traffic Control Center near the back of CSEC. Or, let's just talk to her.
Hello again. Is there a problem? I'm not detecting any signals from the bug yet.
Lie. I already did it.
I planted the bug. If you aren't getting a signal, they must have found it.
But I never got a signal. They couldn't have found it that quickly.
It's the truth.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, of course not. Here, this is what I was going to pay you. Thanks for trying anyway. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go talk to my publishers about finding another story.
There we go. 9 Renegade points, experience, Omnigel, and oh look, just like that, we got the Garrus achievement. You tricked Emily into believing you had planted the bugs in the control room. She shouldn't bother you again. Complete. That's lovely, and we've got more to do, but first, I'm gonna go sub in Liara. Start working on her, achievement. I mean, that just seems wise, doesn't it?
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Not bad. Yeah, so we got Therum.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
We got Turian ally. That's nice. So I suppose now we'll start working on Asari ally.
The commanding officer is aboard.
Caden and Liara. Come on, y'all. We'll have to spec Liara. She'll have a whole brand new talent tree for me to look at.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, so let's look here. First we need to level up Liara to Sony, Asari scientist. We have 62 talents. Throw and lift, well Caden has those. Warp, Rex has that. And Singularity, this I think is brand new. Barrier and stasis, first aid and electronics we've all seen already. So she starts with a talent in throw. Throws enemies away from the caster with a force of 600 newtons, radius 4 meters, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 60%. I'm very interested in Singularity. She also starts with first aid, increases squad healing. First aid restores 40 health for all wounded party members, recharge time 20 seconds, accuracy cost 30%, metagel cost 1 unit. Let's look at Singularity since it's new. Required, Warp, 7 points. Singularity. Well, let's go through Warp first. We'll read about that as we unlock it. Asari Scientist. We'll do that too. Those are the new ones. Let's start on Warp. Projects a powerful mass effect field that wreaks havoc on a subatomic level. Weakens armor and inflicts damage over time on enemies caught in the area of effect. Each point spent increases the duration of Warp. Warp inflicts 6 damage to the target every second and lowers the target's damage protection by 50%. Radius 4 meters, duration 7 seconds, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Warp damages all nearby enemies and objects and makes them more vulnerable to further damage. Nice. Increases warp's duration to 8 seconds, increases warp's duration to 9 seconds, increases warp's duration to 10 seconds, increases warp's duration to 11 seconds. Advanced Warp inflicts 8 damage per second and lowers the target's damage protection by 60%. I may keep her over Rags. Radius 5 meters, duration 13 seconds, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Increases Warp's effect, radius, duration, and allows it to be used more often. Advanced Warp. Unlock Singularity, increases Warp's duration to 14 seconds. Singularity unlocked. Increases Warp's duration to 15 seconds, increases Warp's duration to 16 seconds, increases Warp's duration to 17 seconds, increases Warp's duration to 18 seconds. Master Warp inflicts 10 damage per second, lowers damage protection by 75%. Radius 6 meters, duration 20 seconds, recharge time 40 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Master Warp increases Warp's effect, radius, duration, and allows it to be used more often. Next, I want Singularity. projects a sphere of dark energy that creates an intense mass effect field. Nearby enemies and objects will be drawn into the Singularity, unable to escape its gravitational pull. Each point spent in this ability increases the radius of the Singularity. Singularity creates a vortex at its impact point that draws objects towards it. Radius 4 meters, duration 4 seconds, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Singularity creates a vortex that draws objects toward it. Increases Singularity's radius to 4.25 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 4.5 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 4.75 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 5 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 5.25 meters. Advanced Singularity improves duration and recharge time. Radius 6.25 meters, duration 6 seconds, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Advanced Singularity increases the radius and duration of Singularity and allows you to use it more often. Okay. Increases Singularity's radius to 6.5 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 6.75 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 7 meters. Increases Singularity's radius to 7.25 meters. Master Singularity improves the radius and duration. Radius 8.5 meters, duration 8 seconds, recharge time 40 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Master Singularity further increases the radius and duration of Singularity and allows you to use it more often. Okay, let's do a Sorry Scientist. Liara's background allows her to maximize her biotic abilities, reduces recharge time of biotics, improves health restored and recharge time on squad healing. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 4%, first aid heals an additional 20 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 5%. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 6%, first aid heals an additional 30 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 10%. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 8%, first aid heals an additional 40 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 16%. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 10%, first aid heals an additional 50 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 23%. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 12%, first aid heals an additional 60 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 31%. Reduces recharge time on all biotics by 14%, first aid heals an additional 70 points of damage, reduces recharge time on first aid by 40%. Alright, let's start working up throw now. Increases the force of throw to 650 newtons. Increases the force of throw to 700 newtons. Increases the force of throw to 750 newtons. Increases the force of throw to 800 newtons. Unlock lift increases the force of throw to 850 newtons. Lift unlocked. Increases the force of throw to 900 newtons. Advanced throw increases the force of throw to 1000 newtons. Radius 5 meters, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 45%. Advanced throw increases the size and strength of the mass effect field and allows you to throw more often. Increases the force of throw to 1050 newtons, increases the force of throw to 1100 newtons, increases the force of throw to 1150 newtons. Master throw increases the force of throw to 1250 newtons, radius 6 meters, recharge time 40 seconds, accuracy cost 30%. Master throw increases the size and strength of the mass effect field and allows you to throw more often. Lift projects a sphere of powerful contragravity. Any object or creature caught in the area of effect will be lifted into the air. Enemies will be temporarily immobilized until they fall back to the ground. Each point spent increases duration of lift. Lift lifts everything within 4 meters of the target into the air, rendering enemies immobile and unable to attack. Drops them when it expires. Duration 6 seconds, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Lift lifts and suspends enemies in the air so they are unable to move or attack. Increases lift's duration to 6.4 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 6.8 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 7.2 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 7.6 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 8 seconds. Advanced lift increases radius to 5 meters, improves recharge time and accuracy cost. Duration 9 seconds. Recharge time 50 seconds. Accuracy cost 60%. Advanced lift lasts longer, takes less time to recharge, and allows you to lift more objects with a bigger field. Nice. Increases lift's duration to 9.4 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 9.8 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 10.2 seconds. Increases lift's duration to 10.6 seconds. Master lift Increases radius to 6 meters, extends duration. Duration 12 seconds, recharge time 40 seconds, accuracy cost 40%. Master Lift. Lift lasts even longer and allows you to hit more objects with a much bigger field. Okay, let's start working on Barrier. Bolsters your kinetic shields with a mass effect field that can absorb a massive amount of damage. Attacks that penetrate shields will also penetrate this barrier. Each point spent increases the strength and duration of the barrier. Barrier. Bolsters your shields with a biotic barrier that will absorb up to 400 points of damage, will not block attacks that bypass shields. Duration 10 seconds, recharge time 60 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Barrier. Adds a biotic barrier to your shield that absorbs damage, but cannot block attacks that bypass shields. Increases barrier duration to 10.5 seconds and shielding to 420. Increases barrier duration to 11 seconds and shielding to 440. Increases barrier duration to 11.5 seconds and shielding to 460. Unlocks Stasis, increases barrier duration to 12 seconds and shielding to 480. Stasis unlocked. Increases barrier duration to 12.5 seconds and shielding to 500. Advanced Barrier. Barrier will absorb up to 700 points of damage, improves the recharge time and accuracy cost. Duration 16.5 seconds, recharge time 50 seconds, accuracy cost 80%. Advanced Barrier. Increases the amount of damage Barrier absorbs, allowing you to use Barrier for a longer duration and more often. 2 more. Increases barrier duration to 17 seconds and shielding to 720. Increases barrier duration to 17.5 seconds and shielding to 740. Now let's check her gear. She can use whatever. Maybe I'll have her use sniper rifles, since she can just use whatever. Okay, there we go. I don't think I have any spare mods at the moment either. That's fine. I'm quite sure we'll find her some. Alright, so we'll start working on her, I think I'll just keep her.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Okay, next we need to go back to the wards near the market. You might have noticed that the assignment The Fan is still active. We can have another encounter with Conrad Werner after our first story mission to progress that assignment. So let's head there and do that. There's Werner again.
Hey, Commander Shepard, it's me, Conrad Werner. Remember me? There are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
Oh, it's you.
Right. Conrad. We talked a while back.
You remember me? Wow. Even while you're out there kicking ass, you don't forget the rest of us. That says a lot about you, Shepard. Hey, can I get your picture?
Go ahead.
Sure. No problem.
Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
We didn't even get a journal update. Yeah, so that stays the same. Now there's one more thing that we can do this go-round, and that is your Shepard's origin assignment. So you get a different assignment depending whether you're a colonist, an Earthborn, or a spacer. You might recall my Shepard is a spacer, so my assignment is going to be old, unhappy, far-off things, which we can get by finding a man named Zabaleta in Ward's Access. Let's head there now. I think the best way towards access is probably actually to walk, because we're pretty close to it right here. Yeah, Ward's access is over here. Rewards range from morality points to some Omni Gel. The meanest option gets me the biggest renegade points and
So
the biggest...
You've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
Well, I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
Anyway, I'll talk more after we get the assignment, but being as mean as we can gets us the best reward. The most possible Omni Gel and the most possible Renegade points. Go figure.
Hey, you're that Shepherd kid.
Zabaleta.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
What do you want?
Someone else who knows me now that I'm famous. We go to kindergarten together or something?
No. I knew your parents, kid. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
You don't look like a soldier.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
You're retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
The Einstein, you said?
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
Let me see what I should do here. Okay. We can get 2 Renegade points now without impeding our ability to progress the assignment. You're just a drunk.
You're barking up the wrong shepherd. Maybe my mother would help you. I think you'll just blow it on booze.
I'm not a bad guy, kid. I just took my share of lumps. Don't judge me. You ever want to come by and talk? I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
Journal, Renegade +2. I want to see... Renegade's up there, but I still haven't unlocked another Intimidate rank. Journal, Citadel, old, unhappy, far-off things. You met a homeless man named Zabaleta on the Citadel. He insisted he knew your mother before asking you to give him money. Call home. If you wanted to confirm Zabaleta's story, you could easily contact your mother using the Normandy's FTL comm room. Wow, okay. That's pretty wild. Let's go do that. I don't know where the nearest fast travel station is.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
That was loud. This also might be fastest just to go ahead and walk.
Liara, if your people don't need implants to use biotics, how come Asari don't use biotics more often?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
Are you kidding? To have that ability without implants and choose not to learn? I'll never understand the Asari.
Alrighty, off we go. Back to the ship. So yeah, we're not going to get any...
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
Okay, so the, we can get a debrief about our interview with the reporter. We can call home. Then we can go back to Zabaleta to finish this assignment.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
And then since we didn't get any new, like, traveling assignments, I suppose we'll go ahead and head for the Bring Down the Sky DLC, and that'll be the next episode.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. I don't agree with everything you said, but at least you got her on your side. I just hope it doesn't damage relations with the Council.
They'll get over it. Screw them.
The Council can kiss my ass. I'm entitled to my opinions.
When you wear that uniform, you represent the Systems Alliance military. As a Spectre, you represent humanity. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad. Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
Like I care.
I'm sure Saren inconvenienced the people he killed on Eden Prime, too.
I'm on your side, Commander. Remember that. This comes from the Joint Military Command. I won't keep you any longer. 5th Fleet out.
Alright. We're not leaving yet. There we go. 9 Renegade points. Yes. I wonder how much I need to get these last 2 ranks of Intimidate. You probably need to max it out to get the very last rank. That wouldn't surprise me. Alright, comm terminal. Let's call home.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
Me too.
Forget it. I'm busy too. Do you remember Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
He's homeless.
He's a bum on the Citadel. He said he knew you and hit me up for money.
I'm sorry. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
Groundside.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
Now he's crazy.
He snapped after seeing what happened down there.
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
What a waste.
He let one experience ruin his career. His whole life.
Not everyone is as strong as you. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Journal. Okay. Let's go wrap this up. Speak to Zabaleta. Speak to Zabaleta in the ward's access corridor just off the Presidium to see if you can help him with his drinking. Yeah, I might just roll with Caden and Liara the rest of the game. She's got the thing I liked most about Rex, which was the warp power. And I think she's got it, like, Mobetta. I don't need another assault rifle user. In fact, because she doesn't have a weapon specialty, I might as well put a sniper rifle on her. It's not like...
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
She can use everything anyway. Alright, let's go back to Zabaleta.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Ah, there it is.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Let's get back to Ward's access. We'll talk to Zabaleta. That'll wrap up our last assignment in this visit to the Citadel. And then, like I said, now that I have my full squad, I'm going to go do the DLC mission, Bring Down the Sky. And then after that...
Must be nice to be back in civilization after so long in those Prothean ruins.
No, cities and stations were always my mother's area of comfort. I actually enjoy the solitude of dig sites.
When this is all over, you'll be able to go back to your rocks and ruins for as long as you'd like.
After that, I think I'll go to Theros to progress the story, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. From here to Asteroid X-57. Let's talk to Zabaleta again.
Hey. Back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
Is that all you think about?
Already hitting me up for money? I came here to talk about Mindoir.
What's to talk about, kid? People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
First of all, I'm looking forward to killing some Batarians at some point in this game. Nice attitude.
Right. Because forgetting is much easier than dealing with.
What? You think I drink because I like lying in the gutter? If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
No one understands. Wah!
You want to play the martyr? Whine to the other bums. You want to get better? Try the Veterans Office. We've got 7 million vets. Someone else has been through this.
You don't want to help? Fine. I'll go to the damn VAO. Got nothing else to do but talk about my feelings. You got a smart mouth, kid. Funny how your mom never mentioned that. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
Renegade +9, experience, Omnigel, and a journal entry. The assignment is done. You convinced Zabaleta to seek help at the Veterans Affairs Office. There we go. Alright, all that's left now is to head back to the Normandy. And we will head over to Asteroid X-57.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another Profile in Courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Batia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Alrighty. Back to the Normandy. Go ahead and fly over to that system. I'll hold off on landing, because I'm sure there will be... Well, I'm not sure, but I imagine there could be cutscenes.
In the last few fights, your biotics seem to pack more punch. Is it practice, or are you actually getting stronger?
I've always held back a little when I use my powers on living targets. Fear of hurting someone, I guess. But after what I saw on Eden Prime, I'm not holding back anymore. Not against a Geth, not against anyone.
Alright.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with L-Corps cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the L-Corps with a Hamlet who uses L-Corps body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Alrighty. Into the Normandy we go.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, it is time to head back out of here. Let's hit the galaxy map. So we didn't pick up any new side content off the Citadel, which surprises me a little. That's okay. So now that we have our full squad, we have our choice. The main story is either Feros or Naviria. I'll go to Feros first. But before that, let's go do the DLC. Asteroid X-57 in the Asgard system of the Exodus cluster. This is one of two expansions that were available to the original Mass Effect. The second one wasn't packaged in the Legendary Edition, but my understanding it was just like an extra couple of merchants or something. So, the world we can land on is Terra Nova. Or, no, it's Asteroid X-57. We can land on Asteroid X-57 to start the expansion, or start the DLC, and that's what we will do on the next installment of Let's Play Mass Effect. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you'll give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to discuss this or any of my other content, the best place to do that is my Discord server, the link to which is in the video description. And finally, if you want to support me or the channel, apart from liking and subscribing, the best way is to become a Patreon supporter. That link is also in the video description. Patreon supporters get to nominate and vote for the games you would like to see played on the channel. Mass Effect currently occupies that slot, but I think not for too terribly much longer, because most of the side missions are done, and the main story isn't that much longer either. My understanding is there are like 4 more story missions total: Feros, Naviria, Virmire, and then it's like Endgame. So I think I'm actually reasonably close to the end. Now, who knows how long these things actually take, but Point being, it's not going to be that long before it's time for the Patreon supporters to choose the next game. You could be one of them, you could get involved, up to you. Regardless of whether or not you do that, I really want to thank you for your time and attention. It's very valuable to me and I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.